And I haven't really told this story much often. I think it's really important here because, I mean, I look around the room, I'm like, this is, you guys have dope style and all this stuff. And it's like, I'm not some Christian boy who grew up in church. Right. I mean, I am a Christian, but I'm not like, wasn't some sheltered kid who just never touched a drug.
Yeah.
Dude, I was around all this stuff. I saw people snorting coke in the car with me in LA. I saw, celebrities behind the curtains of these lifestyles. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was very rapidly exposed to all these things. And so people, think, oh, well, if you had just gotten a taste of that, like, you would have, that would have been it for you. You didn't really get to live like the good life and see success. No, I saw all that stuff, bro. And I thought it was.
You were the smart one.
I mean,
I look at it.
I thought it was. I was falling for it, for a few years. And again, I'm very thankful for the opportunities I got to have with the company. Now I've gotten to network with a lot of great people, but I got that. I got to live that life, kind of, and I'm here to tell, especially young people, it's not it. It's not it, like
totally.
It's gonna get you in trouble because I was at Halloween Diddy's Halloween party one year and accidentally smoked something. It was not what I thought it was, and I'm laying on a couch cushion just like tripping out, calling my mom, crying because I'm like, Mom,
this wasn't weed.
Yeah,
this wasn't weed.
This is not to be played with, and these rap songs and stuff I was listening to, talking about Papa Perk and, this and that and all the sexual stuff. I was trying to act like I could live all that stuff. And that's dangerous to play with.
You know what's funny about all the music? Like the music, the gangster rap that I grew up with, because, gangster rap came out in my, I'm that age. Like, I am like Beastie Boys to what Run DMC to NWA to Snoop or to Dr. Dre to Snoop Dogg. Too Short.
Yep.
I mean, Too Short was a pimp, but the rest of it was like,
I got to meet him.
They were always rapping about like selling drugs and doing gangster stuff. I'm gonna say stuff today because he's Christian.
But they also
I'm Christian too.
But that was also they were rapping about their. I feel like it's very different.
Now
they did what
that was their life.
They did it.
Tupac, all them, they were living it. Biggie.
Yeah.
And
now they're rapping about popping perks, sipping on lean. What else is going on now? I mean, they talk about Fetty. I mean, that's like, I think there's a song. I didn't even know it was called Fetty until that kid came on and called it Fetty. It's a fentanyl,
Yeah.
We exist because I lost my son-in-law to fentanyl on 9/11 of 2022. Yeah. That's why the Hopeaholics podcast exists, and we're real big advocates for awareness and just being out there and being of service and educating people that like you can't even play anymore. Like you can't play anymore. Every drug has fentanyl in it at some point or another, and all it takes is one time.
Especially
and you're gone.
Yeah.
But what happens with your mind? Breaking the stigma.
And also too, like, it's not like, I love what you're saying to the younger generation. Like, it's not it. Like, it's not like you think you have this fallacy and this unrealistic movie in your brain, thinking that it's this like glamorous, amazing life that you're missing out on or that you want to be a part of. But once you're in it, it's hell.
It's empty.
It's empty.
Lonely.
It's not what's not.
I mean, look at what Diddy's going through right now. Would you want to be P. Diddy right now? I wouldn't.
Quite frankly, I wouldn't want to be any of the people that I met.
I believe
it was just such a letdown every time.
Oh, for sure.
Because you like work hard and you get the opportunity and then you brush shoulders with them and then you see it. I mean, dude, I was 2018 New Year's Eve. I was two people standing behind Drake. I have a photo, it's on my Instagram. And I'm like, how did I get here? And why am I here? I'm not trying to make everything go back to the Bible here, but the Bible talks about how your gifts will put you before great men. So I had this film gift. I'm sure we're going to talk about the film.
Yeah, yes, we are.
So I know God gave me this gift that has put me before, people who are famous or popular or whatever. But I'd get in the room and I'd be like, am I here just to take a picture and it looks cool? Why was I given this? And then to to go home and just feel like empty? Like, no. So I'm still trying to navigate, like ask God, like, why was I in LA? Why was I in front of all these people? And, anyway, we'll see what happens. But like, I got to see behind the curtain of all these people's lives, and I was like, nope, don't want this. Nope, don't want this. And it was very important for me because I grew up pretty brainwashed by all the stuff I was watching and listening to, and these kids are too. You know, even if these rappers are doing the drugs they're talking about, which like Lil Baby, for example, really popular rapper, has admitted, I don't even do the drugs that I rap in my song. You know, I read an article about that, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing there?
Then why are you rapping about it?
And even if you are doing those drugs and you just don't want to admit it, okay, you probably have the $100,000 you need to spend, you know, to somehow get pharmaceutical grade this and that, and you have people checking it out, right? Juice WRLD, another great example.
Totally.
I was in Dubai when Juice WRLD died on the plane, because he swallowed all those pills. Yeah. You know, all these rappers we've seen, it's like, okay, if you maybe have the means to get the right stuff, but some of them are still dying. What do you think these kids, they don't have the money you have and connections you have. They're not verifying these drugs that you're putting in the songs. Like I gotta be careful what I say, but it's like you are enabling these murders to take place by leading these kids to, you know, like the repetition and meditation of pop a perk, and then you go through something tough and you're like, oh man, I'll just pop a perk. You know, like I heard that song. It's in your mind. It's in your subconscious. You're leading young people to make these very, very harmful decisions that, quite honestly, I think they have some responsibility for. And when I say they, not even necessarily the artists. A lot of the labels are getting them to rap about
they're the ones
stuff.
that are making all the money, and they're the ones that are able to put on these artists, which is why I would sometimes go into like certain rabbit holes of like, you know, who's pulling the puppet strings, right?
Didn't Eminem do a song with Juice WRLD?
He just did one there that actually talks about doing all the pills, but then he's basically trying to say, kind of counter.
Yeah, but Juice WRLD was talking about doing all the
the
drugs, and then Eminem's sober. Like, how does that? I don't understand. I can't.
The latest song, because I just listened to it because my brother actually sent it to me. This one is interesting because it's Eminem's part is basically trying to like rebuttal because obviously he's sober, right? It's called Lace It with Juice WRLD and Benny Blanco.
But this is not recent, right?
I don't believe it's
no. Juice WRLD passed away a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
no, it was. It's been out.
It's been at least I think like 4 maybe or 3.
Yeah,
4 years.